Mm. It's open. I'm glad I heard that in the background about that funeral home. Somebody I know, they had two relatives in there. Yeah, she said that the guy was so nice and everything. They never expected any of that. Yeah. Let me see. It's like it's frozen. I don't know why. It's open. So, yeah, they said they had went back and looked at the recording, and they said they saw that we were talking about it. She called me during the week and said, "Steve, uh, I noticed that you guys were talking about that." She shared that she had an uncle and a nephew that was in there. They were trying to get taken care of.
Oh.
You still there, Ella?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Uh, I would. It's Jacobs. Where is she at? But yeah, a bunch of people was looking for her yesterday.
Who was looking for him?
I was at the parade or Taste of Austin, and about 4 or 5 people walked up to me and said it was weird because it was like 5 minutes apart. These 4 people. Did you see Miss Jacob? And you talked to Miss Jacob? I said, well, you come to this event that I don't know. You should see. Yeah. So check it out. Okay. Yeah. Uh-oh. Wonder where everybody else gonna come in later too. Okay, there we go. All right, all right. Let's see if the stream's still on. Let's see if Facebook, but it's still YouTube. But yeah, yeah. People were asking for her, and I'm like, wow, you got nothing. Okay, okay. I was just talking a little bit about the parade and what happened yesterday, and the traffic. Yeah, the traffic backs up for a good minute. I don't know what you think. Maybe 20 minutes per intersection, Ella.
Huh?
That traffic backs up for about 20 minutes per intersection. You think?
No, not that long.
No.
No, it wasn't that long. Cause when I was going down North Avenue, people were turning off. I stayed set in line for maybe about 5 minutes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I didn't do Central all the way down. Like I said, I did the alleys.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a good turnout despite the rain and um, quite a few. I think there were quite a few uh, extra floats and vehicles this year that made it a little longer. And they had the people from Chinatown with the dragon and the drums and the gongs, and that was a different sight to see.
Yeah.
It's funny. The strangest part of the parade to me is when you go down Jackson. When you go down Jackson, the streets are so close.
Yeah.
The people sitting on the front for those 4 or 5 blocks. Or is it 4 blocks? Yeah, and they're taking it all in,
Okay.
and of course, it's really shaded because there are trees. I think that started led them pretty much all the way down to the park. So everybody's sitting out in the real close to the curb or right near the in the front of their homes, taking out. There was a guy when I got to Lockwood in Jackson. He was out there and he's like, "Yeah, man, that day was my man. This and that, blah blah blah. I'm a 4 corner hustler, blah blah this that." Blah, blah. I'm like,
Oh my God.
"Yeah, he's an old dude too. This that the other." I'm like, "Hey, that's too much information." He said, "What you got?" I said, "I got some bags." And he said, "Man, give me some of those bags." I gave him the bags, and he said, "Give me some more." I gave about 15 bags. I'm like, "How much you gonna do with all these bags?" You know, just sitting there, like, pass them out to some of the other people. But yeah, he was a character, man. I saw who else was there? I saw Carl Brinson was there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Carl. Um, who else was there? Carl, saw T.O., the Grady, CB.
Oh, CB was out there.
Yeah, he was out there. He was out with his family, his brothers and sisters, and yeah.
Oh, so is he running for anything?
No, no, I, nope. I don't think he will. But he was in the parade. He was in the parade. He's helping them line everybody up.
Uh-huh.
And he had a table and a food area this year. They were giving away food and some giveaways. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, everybody was there. I was surprised I didn't see P Ray.
Oh.
She ain't showing up no more after she got beat.
Oh, that's the lady that was a Republican, right?
Right.
Mhm.
I'm like, she popping up over there. Hey everybody. I saw Princess Shaw. She was over.
Okay.
That's the guy running for school board G2. He was there.
Oh, that Republican girl full of shit.
Yeah, you know it. You know what I'm talking about? Mhm.
Yeah, she was at some meeting
She
I
was at,
went to.
she was at the church right after you left. Remember that? Okay, remember when we was at the church that Sunday?
Oh,
Okay,
I didn't see her.
no, because 2 days later, if not 3 days later, Wednesday, I think it was, she was over there. And I asked, I said, hey, what brought you to this side part of town? This far northwest side, you know? And she's like, oh, my daddy got people over here. They live on Keeler and Lake Street. I'm like, huh? Keeler and Lake? You ain't saying much about that, you know? And I got people live off of Congress and what expressway you get off the expressway. I said, I mean Congress? She said, or Harrison. She said Congress, I think she said. I said, oh, you mean on Central? She said, yeah, yeah. So she really didn't know the West Side. But she started talking crazy about Teleferro. He was sitting in the audience. She started going crazy on him. You need to get him out of here. If you don't like him, white people started clapping and everything. I'm like, whoa. When she's talking crazy about the mayor, and I'm like, what the heck? I didn't know who she was because she had changed her hair.
She kind of crazy, ain't she?
Man, she P-Ray 2, Electric Boogaloo or something. I'm like, I don't know if I could take both of them in the same room. But she went in and so I'm talking to Tommy Simmons and this police officer I know that live in the neighborhood. I'm talking to them and she comes over. That's when I asked the question. I'm like, hey, how'd you get out here? What brought you to this meeting? Because, this is a Galewood meeting. And she said, well, so she started telling me, oh, I don't know, my daddy got people out here, man. Keeler and Lake Street. I'm like, what? Okay. So then one of her people took a picture, and they took the picture with me talking to her and Tommy, and the caption was something like, whatever her name is working with the people in Galewood. I'm like, what? We ain't working with her. We don't know her like that. I don't. So just weird. You can't even talk to people, man. They throw you on the front of the newspapers and tying you in with them and all this crazy. But she definitely went in on Teleferro. She called them all types of um you know he ain't doing nothing. Get him gone, and make sure he ain't doing nothing. Make sure he leave too. You can get him out. he he turned around. His eyes got big. Oh my God. Oh. Speaking of which, have anybody been on the block trying to get petitions?
Nope.
Yeah, I figured that. And I don't think they're doing too well. I got word that they came to a few block parties and people denied them signatures. They were like, nah, we
You
waiting.
know, there was somebody at Walgreens and at that fresh market store with a petition for Emma Mitz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna retire.
No, she ain't ready yet. But somebody told me they did a poll and she ain't polling too well.
She ain't bowling too well.
On the polls, she's not looking too good
Oh,
at the polls.
really?
Like this kind of early for the polls, but I mean, I guess not for an incumbent because she's been around, but just to ask the question about an incumbent and then not to hear anything favorable, that's kind of odd. But it is what it is. People getting up in age, things are changing.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of these elected officials that we've been knowing for over 20 years and 25. See, 20 years go by so fast. Look at Chris. Chris been in there 12 years. That went by fast.
Has it been that long?
Oh yeah, he get 3 terms. He's been in there 12 years. He's been in there with 3 mayors. You know.
Dang. And
Mm-hmm.
he ain't did nothing.
I know everybody.
He has not made a name for himself at all.
People have just been not pleased. A lot of people on the south end, and I was just telling someone, I said definitely in the middle. I know people not pleased because I talked to a lot of people in the middle, and then I talked to many people on the north end now, and with this Mars situation, that's really not helping them out at all.
But you know what? The only thing apartment buildings that should not that's not a good thing.
What do you mean?
Cause we don't need all they don't need all them apartments up there. They just got through building some.
Yeah, no, that's been the sentiment. You know, people have really been saying they don't need all of that. They say if you're going to do anything, build some homes so that people could, you know, help
And
to the
the
tax.
rent is not gonna be affordable. We know that.
Right, the rent's going to be as much as apartment as a house. So
Right.
why not just build homes and let people pay into the tax base?
Right.
And then you'll have nice neighborhoods and quiet neighborhoods, and people will build. I mean, move into them and make it a bigger Galewood. But yeah, to bring in a large amount of apartments and there are already like some condos and apartments in Galewood up near the tracks, but you know, to build more and people are going to be rotating in and out. That's just a weird setup. What's going on, Barry?
Hey guys, hey Steve and Ella,
Hey Barry.
how are you? Haven't seen you in a long time, huh?
Like last week.
Yeah.
Not since the beef up the block.
Oh yeah, right. You were there. That's funny. No, I was just telling Ella about the Danny Davis back to school parade, and I said,
Uh-huh.
but this may be the last one that he's in. Well, at least as a congressman, we know that. But it turned out okay, pretty good after all. The weather started out with rain and it's kind of coming down, and people had convertibles and they're on floats and everything, and all of a sudden, it went away and everybody started up and the parade went well.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So what's going on with you?
Let's see. Well, one of the things I'd like to do is tell you both about what a thriving West Side could look like, in my view, and get your reactions.
Go ahead.
Is that all right with you, Ella?
Huh?
Is that all right with you?
What is that? Repeat that.
I'm going to describe what I think a thriving West Side could look like.
A drive-in.
No, thriving. Thriving like doing great.
Yeah, flourishing.
Flourishing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, okay. So let me go there and, okay, here it is. So the title of this, and it's on our website, services needed on the West Side to have a thriving community. That's a flourishing community. A thriving West Side needs a connected neighborhood system that makes it easier for residents to be healthy, housed, employed, safe, and able to shape local decisions. The strongest approach is a resident-led, place-based, and built around trusted community hubs rather than isolated programs. So this is much more than emergency services. Any reaction so far?
Ooh. No.
So it's a neighborhood system,
Mhm.
making it easier to be healthy, housed, etc. And it's built about a resident-led, place-based, and built around trusted community hubs. You know, like a shopping center is a hub.
Okay.
So it's a place like that, but it has all kinds of services that people need. And hey, how you doing? Good. So here are some of the basic services. So food and basic needs, health and healing, mental health, housing, youth opportunity, jobs and local ownership, child care and elder care, safety and mobility, legal and navigation help, community power. So all those kinds of things, you know, instead of going into a shopping center and you see Target and other kinds of corporations, it would have affordable groceries, for example, like in food co-ops,
Mm-hmm.
community kitchens, utility and rent assistance, delivery options for elders and people with disabilities.
Okay. I don't know, cause I have a lot of questions. Like, where would it go? Where would they put it? Where it can reach the specific
Yeah,
number of people?
well, it would be just like, you know how they have neighborhood shopping centers where there are stores? So whoever is making the decisions, you know, like NAC is located where it is. So over the years, the idea is instead of NAC being separate, that either more places would be right around NAC, or NAC would move somewhere else where there are more services. But
Okay.
instead of it all being separate, it would be places like NAC that people trust.
That's kind of open. That's I don't know.
We'll say some more.
I'm not sure
Uh-huh.
because
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that that's a kind of open-ended question. It's hard for me to answer that. I don't know.
Do you like the idea of it being um, places like NAC existing and being bigger and offering more services, or at a church or at a school? Wherever it is, there'd be more of a concentration so that people can go to a place and get an array of what they need.
Well, that's a good idea, but I'm
So,
still uh confused as where would this place be located? That's what I'm stuck on.
well, I think it would be NAC would expand, or you know, like the church that Catherine is the pastor at. Remember, we just went to her church.
Right, the
I, I
Swahili people.
right.
Tumwali, Tuwali Swahili.
Yeah, so right now, they don't have that many people. And there's not that much going on there.
Well, they
That's
just recently started opening,
right. But
so
the idea is to have more services than just the religious services in a place. So there's more of a concentration.
well, I don't think the Swahili Temple would be a good spot for it because you got Galewood, you got Oak Park, and you don't have really that many inner city people who would really reap the benefits of having a bigger open center.
So what about C.J. Wright's church?
Uh,
With that, because that's underutilized too.
yeah, they can. I would see that more because it's in
Yeah,
my community.
right. So that's the idea is that um, in, is to think of where can we concentrate more services?
Well, I
Where
think
can
Reverend Wright
where
Church would be ideal.
which one?
Reverend Wright,
Yeah, and it's largely empty, and he has a school.
right.
So the idea
Well, the
is to
school's not
more.
open yet, is it?
I think the school's been open. I don't know what the situation is now.
Well, last I talked to him, he said they were working on it.
Oh, because of maintenance issues.
No, because of what did he say? The legal thing aspects of it.
I didn't get that
Something
word.
legal. It's something has to do with uh obtaining the right permits for it or whatever it is. But he was working on it. That's what he told me.
The right purpose.
No, he was working on opening the school, but it wasn't open yet.
But it's been open in the past, right?
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah. Well, that's the idea is that we would try to more fully utilize our facilities because if
Now,
it's underutilized, there isn't enough money to maintain it.
and yeah, that's why his place would be ideal
Yeah, because
versus
it's
Swahili.
underutilized. Yeah, it's underutilized and right in the neighborhood, etc. So
Uh-huh.
the idea is that we would look for opportunities and the people who are active like you and Steve would help decide where they should be and then talk to others. So what we're after is this kind of plan to more fully utilize all of our assets, people, buildings, etc.
Right.
Vacant land, put it to better use.
The only thing I have against Rice Church is that they don't have a parking lot.
Yeah. So then we have, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe young people could do the valet parking or something. I don't know. We'd have to see what we could figure out.
And then as the St. Paul Church, they're pretty active right there on is it Waller, not Waller. I think his church is on Menard and um Iowa, I think. That's where that church is.
Mm-hmm.
Whose church?
St. Paul.
Um, yeah, it's near. It's on Iowa, but it's like Iowa and not Menard, is it?
It could be Waller.
No,
Now,
it's not
are
Wallaby.
these are these two
Yeah,
churches located near bus lines that people could get to them?
It's right off Austin,
Oh,
uh,
okay.
like 3 or 4 blocks east of Austin.
I see. Okay.
And it's not too far from Chicago Avenue.
it's down the street from Hope Church, from Pastor Epton's church.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Yeah. So what do you think of the general idea of not we don't have to decide tonight. We could on where to focus, but the idea of all this is how can we better utilize all of our assets, and the more we can utilize it, the more we can get hubs of activities that people can go and take care of a bunch of different things.
Okay.
What?
No, I'm
Just
I'm just thinking about that, but I there's a lot of vacant churches, big churches
yeah,
in our area that could use help. And that's,
yeah, yeah.
south of North Avenue.
So the idea is to begin to say, all right, these churches, uh, we don't have enough churchgoers to
Right.
support them, and same with the schools. So how can we better utilize them? When they first developed public schools, you know how it was done initially? They would pay the teachers individually, and the teachers would find a place to teach. It could be a room, it could be a store, it could be anywhere they could find where they could teach students. And that's how the first school buildings began to be. I mean, before there were school buildings, they were just, um, individual rooms and stores that were used. They used whatever they could.
Okay.
That wasn't too expensive.
That
So,
was way, way, way before my time.
well, it was probably late 1800s or so.
Okay. That's too far back.
Yeah, but you see, what we're faced with is things are falling apart. The school buildings are empty, the churches are empty, and we need to find a new way to take care of people.
Uh,
A new way to um, have people moral and have teaching be done. To take care of all the things that need to be taken care of.
we say
Right? So in a way, we're going back to those times. The beginning of how people first began to provide schools.
what about the providing the food?
Um, well, initially, before there were school buildings, uh, the public education was paying individual teachers to teach. And the teachers had to come up with a place where they would do the teaching. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
I mean, it's not hard. I used to tutor when I was, I think in high school. And I would go to whoever would hire me to tutor. I'd go to their house and spend an hour with their child and help him, and they'd give me $3 or $2 or whatever I got paid. And I was happy, and, and I left. But I didn't have a school building. I just went to their house and did it there. Or I could do it with two students. If there were siblings or a neighbor could come in, and, whatever would work. I just needed to make the money, and we work out in any way that seemed okay.
Okay.
Does that seem strange or?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I mean, give me some feedback. I don't know, my experience is my experience, and you have different experiences. So tell me from your point of view.
Oh gosh. Boy,
Yeah.
Barry, you're awfully detailed today.
Oh, okay. Too much detail?
Huh?
All right, I'll be quiet. You asked me what was on my mind, and what I see happening is, after the November election, the big beautiful bill is going to just hurt so many people. Because they put it in there so it would not impact the midterm election. So as soon as the elections are over, the worst part of the bill come into play. Is that general enough for you?
Repeat that.
In other words, the Republicans are screwing us, but they
Yeah.
didn't want to screw us before the midterm, because then we would hate them more than we hate them now.
Right.
So they said, "Oh, I know, we'll have the worst part happen after the midterm, so people won't know about it."
Oh, they're gonna do a sneaky attack, huh?
Yeah, that's it. It's Pearl Harbor all over again.
Yeah. Well, that's their tactic. Tell you what they think you want to hear and get your vote, and then revert back to the same old crap.
No, worse. If you didn't like the same old crap, you're really not going to like what they've got cooked up. I'm laughing, but inside I'm crying.
I think we all are crying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that it's going to be a big turnout.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll end this nightmare.
I hope so.
Or begin to end it. But, they have passed the legislation. And we don't, in any case, they're still going to have the presidency and the Supreme Court. So no matter what happens, we're not out of the woods. So what's on my mind? Steve, you asked me what's on my mind. What's on my mind is building it now.
Okay.
Because you can't build it after the hospital's closed and people are laid off. You can't start, I mean, it's just,
Well, they've been laid off since what?
Well, what's going to happen is they're going to cut out Medicaid and Medicare. I'm not sure of the details, but in general, they're going to cut out a lot of what people depend on to pay their medical bills.
Right.
So then, when the hospitals don't have that income, because patients don't have the Medicare anymore or Medicaid, then they're going to have to lay off staff because they're not going to have the income they did. So they'll lay off staff and reduce services or close.
I don't know about that one.
What do you mean?
So the reason that most of these hospitals are closing it's not because people are not coming in with their Medicare or Medicaid. It's because they're losing funding. It goes directly to the hospital.
Yeah, whatever the case is, they're not going to have, the hospitals are going to have less funds.
Okay.
And when they have less funds, they're not going to be able to pay the staff.
So give me an example of the hospitals you think will be doing that.
Any of the hospitals that are helping people who don't have private insurance or Medicare insurance.
So you're saying like Cook County?
I don't know about Cook County because I don't know what their fund. I don't know specifically about any of these.
County pays for it.
Yeah. So where are those funds going to? If the county lost 10 or 15% of their funds because of the Trump cuts and because of the impact of the big beautiful bill,
Okay.
how are they going to pay the staff?
No, I shouldn't have used the county because the county uses tax dollars, and they get their money right off the top.
Yeah, but doesn't the county also get federal funds?
I'm sure it does, but they'll just take more out the tax dollars.
But whatever tax dollars they have, that's a separate funding source. That pays for, let's say, 95% of their funds, or 90 or 85% of their funds. But the federal funds were maybe 10 or 15% of the budget. So if they lose that funding, they can't make it up unless they're going to increase the tax rate.
Yeah. I just know the county has never worked in the black. I mean, in the red, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but we haven't had the big beautiful bill before.
I mean, we had Rauner as a governor, and he didn't sign or get anything done for 4 years. And then the county still survived, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, every little bit counts. Every little bit helps. But I was just thinking when you said that, I'm like, well, what hospitals are going to be impacted? The public hospitals are the county. It's the county, and
yeah, I mean, that's a level of detail I don't have. But you can call somebody at these hospitals or look at their budgets and see where their income came from. And the higher the percentage of federal income, the more they're probably going to lose because of the Republicans and Trump. Because that's what they're intent on doing. So therefore, what do we do? And that's what that's what occupies me.
What can we do? Once they're in office, there's not much we can do.
Well, that's where this Good Money Chicago comes in. And the idea is to replace the lost federal dollars with the equivalent amount of time currency.
Okay.
So we create a new currency in order not to lay people off and reduce services.
You're talking about future if we can get this program off the road, right?
Well,
That's what it is.
but the first step is to get local government to allow parking tickets to be paid with community service hours. And a lot of people think that's a good idea.
It is a good idea, but will they go for it?
Well, that's what we're working on. So the idea is that this is a step towards using time as a valid way to pay for something. So if you don't have dollars to pay for your parking ticket, you could pay for it with hours.
Or community service is what you're saying, right?
Right, which
Instead
is
of having
measured,
cash money.
which is measured in hours.
If they agree to it and get it off the ground, that'll be good.
But that's only a step towards Good Money Chicago.
Right.
So people see the handwriting on the wall because they know that they're going to lose a whole lot of federal dollars, and therefore people are going to be laid off, and they won't have the money to pay their parking tickets or their food bills or their taxes. So this gives people a way to keep going.
Okay.
Is that general enough?
Yeah, I guess.
So if you get, you're saying parking tickets only, right? So if you got
That's first step. Yes.
so you got a ticket for parking by the fire hydrant or whatever,
Right.
you can go in.
And let's say the ticket is for $40 or $60. Let's say it's $60.
Mm-hmm.
So it means 3 hours of community service work. If the county or whoever issued the ticket says an hour is worth $20, they can say whatever they want. But what we're doing is beginning to use time as money as a first step. So if you can do that, instead of having your car be towed and then you can't get to work, people continue to have their car.
Right.
So it averts crises. So if the state were to pick a percentage, 15% of the whole state budget is, is time currency, then they can make up the lost federal dollars and keep people employed. So a lot of big advantages. and you don't have to raise taxes. If people can pay a portion of their property taxes or whatever taxes, if they can pay 15% of their property taxes with time,
Man, people would love that.
yeah, people would love it. So what's the harm? You know which people would not love it? The banks and Trump.
Yeah.
They would hate that.
I know they would. They hate anything that regular people use.
Yeah,
To help.
people helping each other. Jeez, that's like the devil worship for Trump.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it with the tickets and things like that. You know, someone that didn't have the money but they need their vehicle, yeah, you know, come and do something to pay off the ticket.
Yeah. And if something happens with your heart or your some other crisis, you need to get to the hospital, and you need the hospital to be there, be open, and to have staff to take care of you.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't be messing with this stuff.
Well, we know healthcare is very important. I'm just thinking about the hospitals that were in jeopardy were the safety net hospitals.
Would be what? The safety hospitals?
They were called the safety net hospitals.
Yeah, those are the ones that are most vulnerable.
Yeah.
Hello,
Anything.
everybody.
Hey, Walter.
So that's why I say, we need to be doing this stuff now before we need it, rather than after they've laid off people at the safety net hospital.
Let me ask you the question: what happened when you talked to Don Harmon?
I'm talking to him on the 26th.
Oh,
Okay. Man, the bugs were bad last night. From all this rain, there's a lot of mosquitoes in the area.
Okay, so Walter, you're changing the topic.
Oh. I mean, I just jumped in. I don't know what you
Yeah,
guys
I know.
talking about.
Right, to find out,
right.
and then jump in.
Okay. No, but you guys are talking about safety net hospitals.
Yeah, and how the big beautiful bill, the worst of it is going to happen after the midterm.
You don't think it was like corruption why they closed?
Oh Lord, I'm talking about something else. I'm talking about what's in this big beautiful bill that is really going to hurt people, but they put it off till after the midterm.
So what's so beautiful about it? You got the safety nets hospitals closed because the owner took money.
It's beautiful only to the devil.
And then the guy that controlled both of those hospitals took the money. It was poor management. And then they're going to sell their bank or sell those hospitals to another hospital.
Maybe. Maybe.
What was it called? Infidel or Infidel? Or...
No, we're talking about West Suburban and
Yes. Didn't someone else buy it?
But he's saying that the federal funds still won't be there.
Yeah. It's gonna cost some the Congress. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna cost them the Congress, and they're gonna let money come out.
We're hoping.
Because what did the beautiful bill even do? They what? They saved billions of dollars in taxes or whatever. No, but they didn't even do anything.
Um, it's 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 in phases, I think.
Yeah. We're already $40 trillion like in debt.
And it's getting worse because he keeps adding
Yeah,
stuff
they
to
should
throw
not.
our money away on.
So this country should be we the people, not we the rich.
Yeah.
Because where's all that $40 trillion went?
To his pet projects and to his family,
No, I
tearing
mean,
up the White House.
no, since Bush to now, where did all that money went to? There's no accountability with the federal government. We don't have accountability. 'Cause with $40 trillion in the hole, we could have gave each state a lot of money. You know, if, since George Bush to now, because we overspent. We're buying what toilets for what more money than what it's worth. See what they overspend. Overspend with everything, even with defense. We overspend. Come on, a
Well, they
$1 trillion.
well they said that the most overspending that's ever done was by this president, and it's a third of what the whole amount since we started the government.
I mean, look how much they spend from COVID. They spend trillions and trillions of dollars from COVID. Like every single disaster, like COVID, war, is trillions and trillions of
No,
dollars.
I think they're saying just these last 2 years, it's a third of what the government has ever spent since in 250 years.
That's nonsense. Where did the money went to? This war in Iran? It's a waste of money. You
Yeah,
could use that in, distribute to all our 50 states.
yeah.
How much money did he spend? 250 billion. We gave a lot of money to Ukraine. We gave a lot of, we start wars, Iran.
Ukraine is that's a must. We need to help them. But
Iran war, wasting money.
well, I don't well, if it's to help the troops, I don't see why not.
No, but we're starting a war in Iran, blowing them up.
We didn't start it, he started it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he messed up.
250, $250 billion. So people gonna see that. His message was he's gonna end all wars, but he started a war. That's what people look at. And he's talking about gas prices. They're price fixing gas prices.
Well,
It's
that's
all
your
price,
president. That's who you voted for.
but it's a racket.
Yeah, it's a racket. So why did you vote for it?
Hey, the same day I drove past BP on Cumberland Avenue was 455. I went to British Petroleum out in Park Ridge. Guess how much it is? $3.99. That's the same day. The car
Walter,
car
Walter, are
yes.
you going to vote again for Trump?
How am I gonna vote for Trump again?
What?
How am I gonna vote for Trump again?
I mean, for the Republican Party, are you going to support them in the midterm?
I probably won't even vote.
And that would be a big mistake.
No, because I don't like either side now.
Yeah, but if you don't vote for nobody, the vote that's gonna do us the most harm will probably get in. Your vote
Be-
count.
Because both sides are doing it wrong. They're doing this.
But that's
They're
just
Yeah.
like
they're all
throwing out the
united.
baby. That's throwing out the baby with the bathwater. You
Yeah, but
gotta vote for 'em.
they're all united in the federal government. How come?
No,
Okay,
they're not.
people in Congress,
It's so
people
funny.
in Congress.
It's so funny when the leading party got some jacked up situations going on. Well, we're all in this together, but this
Right.
party is not. When the leading party is doing okay, it's our thing. It's our thing.
No, honestly, there's people that have been in Congress forever.
Yeah,
They passed this bill. There's some career politicians. They're always passing these bills. They're
but
adding deficits to where. So who's paying for it? Doesn't matter what party we are. We're all paying for it.
yeah, but you have to ask yourself, if we continue down the same road with the same situation with the people that's making the decisions, which is the leading party, how are we supposed to change the trajectory? You can't. They're not.
Well, people need to unite.
Well,
Honestly, against the ultra rich.
So by you not voting, is that contributing to the people united? No, that's a cop out.
There's
That's a
no cop
real life.
out.
Yeah, it is, because you gotta vote. I'll never say I won't vote. Whether I like the Republicans or the Democrats, I'm gonna vote for the least evil. And so
There's
far, the Democrat is the most, I mean, Republicans are the most evil.
both sides are evil.
Which is the most? Which one has harmed the American people the most?
Both of them, because they're
No, it
making
ain't no
money.
both of them. Ain't no both of them because
Can I say something? Because
no,
when
you said
people, when
enough.
because when people leave office as congressmen, they become multi-millionaires.
what
Doesn't matter he's a Republican or Democrat.
where
They're making money.
where's it coming from? Is it coming from the state, from the federal government?
Lobbying, lobbyists,
Yeah, but is that federal government or is that state?
federal government,
What?
the federal congressman.
I know. Okay, so you leave your job working at Burger King and you become a billionaire. That ain't got nothing to do with Burger King no more, right?
No, it doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. So same thing. See, people said the same thing about Barack Obama. I heard people, oh, Barack Obama's a millionaire now that he. Okay, and what was he supposed to be? A poor man? A pauper? He's supposed to be broke when he's came. I mean, he didn't get the money from he got a lot of the money after his presidency from doing books, and speaking engagements, TV. He made money. But I don't see it. A lot of people are like, oh, he's a millionaire. Oh, yeah, what he supposed to go and be broke with everybody else again? I wouldn't even.
This guy made $1 billion. His family made the billions of dollars. You know
Okay,
what's gonna
but
happen?
but these people are making the money while they're in there,
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
and it's like, where is he? Like Trump wasn't a.
that's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm saying. But after when they leave office, they're gonna get that. What's that called? Embassy.
Amnesty.
Yeah. So all of them gonna get it. The whole family's gonna get it after when they leave office.
That's why they stealing it all now.
Yeah. So that's a given.
But that's not really a given because if we had people that were in the charge that could stop it and weren't allowing this, then we would be better off. So if you control the House and you control the Senate and you control the Supreme Court and you're trying to control the what is it, Treasury,
Judicial.
which
So everything is a scam. So why were you having $40 trillion when this currency is a fiat? Everything is a scam. We lost our public from since 1913. We lost our some kind of republic.
yeah, but we even
You
then,
know, you know,
as it is,
what
it's bad, man. It's really bad.
Walter, you take up a lot of time talking, but
Okay.
it doesn't go anywhere. I don't know what you're after, because at the end of the day, you're not willing to do anything.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not even going to vote. You have so many opinions, but it
You know
boils
what we're
down to
doing?
I'm not going to vote.
We are philosophing.
You are, but to me, it's a waste of time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because time is short and there's danger. A lot of people are in very dangerous situations.
Well, we need to unite.
Yeah, but that's like whenever. But you're not doing anything. You're not willing to lead the charge or lead a direction.
We want to be a general.
Well, all I'm hearing is words with no
Really?
action. Yeah, words.
And what about where's your action?
We meet monthly on Zoom,
Mm.
and we are meeting. I meet with people all the time, talking with people about, for example, paying for parking tickets with time, with community service hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's specific. And
So
I
that's
hope we
community
can.
service hours.
What?
That's community service hours.
That's right. But it's still hours. It's the use of hours to pay a government fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it would be very different than not being able to pay the fine, having your car towed away, and not being able to get to your work.
So you said it's a different
It's taking action. That's my point. And
alternative. That's a different alternative than
it's
cash
what I
payment.
believe. It's what I believe in. If you don't believe in it, that's fine. But
I'm
whatever
saying that's a
you
different alternative of paying like a ticket.
wait, and it's a step towards something bigger, which is Good Money Chicago.
No. Good home,
But
Chicago.
but you see, what I find frustrating is that you'll change the subject from that to something else that you're just complaining about and not taking action, not even voting.
The root of two evils. We need another party.
So start one.
It's going to be called the Walters Party.
Call it anything you want, but do something. Don't just talk.
Because, we're saying this wrong things. We don't know how jacked up we actually are. You guys don't know the ins and outs financials. Because
So
why there's
therefore, what are you going to do about it?
Because they got a credit card. It's like having a credit card. They have no limit. The credit card. You have a limit. We all have limits. They don't have a limit. They keep spending, making their money more worthless by the day.
So you're complaining. I got that.
I'm not
What do you?
complaining. You want to know what? It's not complaining.
I want to know what is this in any
This
way?
is being united. You got to unite for one thing. You know how much we're getting
It's
screwed.
impossible. It's
We are getting
impossible to get
screwed.
everybody united.
We're getting screwed here.
Okay. All right,
We
guys.
are.
I'm gonna.
See, you know I'm right, but you're like, oh, this guy, Orange Man, bad. Orange Man is bad. Hello, Steve?
What you say?
No, everybody say Orange Man is bad. I know he's bad, but everybody got to unite because we were getting screwed. Why do you think the deficit is $40 trillion in the hole? Because we're sitting back talking about the wrong questions. We should be fighting. You know, we should be protesting about this, not protesting other things. You want to make really noise? You got to protest about why our deficit 40 trillion in the hole. Because they got to be held accountable, everybody.
Well, right now the accountability is getting rid of the people that are not accountable. That's where everybody's head is at, you know.
Yeah.
No one's trying to stick with what's not been really working. I mean, I don't understand what people cannot see. I mean, it's really bad out.
Okay, if another person gets in, Democrats, are they going to still run a deficit? Yes or no? That's the question.
The question is this: the deficit. Okay, so when Clinton got rid of the deficit, people didn't jump up and down and say, "Oh yeah, the Democrats got rid of the deficit." Oh, they was like, "No, let's get the country on track."
So what happened? So what happened? Who balanced the budget? Who was around? How come we can't implement the right people in place? You know, they actually could balance their books because we overspend each budget. We overspend. You know, the rich billionaires, they're not. You know, they're getting richer. Like, look, Elon Musk, 2008, he was broke. You know, now he's the richest man in the world.
We we know this has all been on the trajectory that it's going since 2000.
Yeah, from the war.
No, the war was 2001,
Okay, it starts. You get
2002.
you get 3, 4 events that happen, emergency events. It builds up deficit. You had 2001, the war. You had the crisis, the home crisis, and
But
a big bailout banks. That's another crisis. We borrowed 800 million or $1 billion from China. So
yeah,
it trickles down. It gets bigger, 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 bigger. You had 4 different big events in this country. You have COVID, they spend trillions of dollars, trillions with the T.
yeah, but you got to realize that how
Two
did you
thou-
go? How did we go from getting the deficit down to zero, and then in less than a year, it gets back up into the multi billions or whatever it was.
Trillions.
True.
Because look how much money they
Wasn't
spend.
trillion. How? How do you do that in 1 year? That happened in 1 year.
No, it didn't. Over time.
No,
Yes.
no, that's not true. The
That
time
is true.
it started, it just started. I'm telling you, I'll never forget when Bush said, we need to give credits to all the people that they gave everybody was getting like $2,000 checks. I'm like, why are you taking this $2,000 and giving it to people when you should use it to balance the budget and make sure that we got money saved for things that are safety net programs for hospitals, You know, what
Yeah, I
happened?
remember that. Bush and someone other president did that too, giving $2,000 credits. And then they borrowed from China. I was like, why are they borrowing from China? Isn't it a fiat currency? You could just print out money. So it's scam. It's a big scam. It's a Posny scheme.
Oh, that's why what Barry is saying is, you know, we got to get back to helping people, and if we can use as much of people power currency or time, that will help us kind of equal out things. Um, you know, it's just the last 25 years have been not that great. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Somebody can tell me when was it great in the last 25. Somebody need to tell me.
Okay, 1999, gas was $1.99.
Yeah, but that's gas.
Honestly. No, it trickles. Everything is this is a gas economy. Now it's a war economy. So gas and war economy, they're making money. Those companies are making money, hand over fist. You know, they're the one that are lobbying for all this.
Yeah, I mean, we, people people get fooled into thinking it's all about the gas and everything, but yeah, it trickles down. You got to have transportation to move the goods and services. But
Then the prices of food is through the roof because of gas. They just give us the because it trickles down.
speaking of food, there's supposed to be some type of egg crisis going on.
Again,
Yeah, something.
how come there's so much different diseases
No,
now?
yeah, that's what I meant to bring up. There is something
And look, this year they didn't say nothing about Lake Michigan. Because remember when they always used to say there's stay
warning.
out of the water, there's
Right.
poisons and all this other stuff. This year we put more sewage water in Lake Michigan than ever. Because from all this rain. They're not even spraying for mosquitoes like in Chicago. They're not.
Yeah,
And look how much mosquitoes are out. I won't even come out at night from all that mosquitoes.
yeah, they
You
are.
know, 'cause all this water we're having, people forget, the causes of everything.
But yeah,
And then they have no dragonflies. Because all this used to be swampland. That's why we get those crazy weathers. The swamp weather. You know,
what are you talking about? Swampland?
swamp used to be a big swamp, Chicago.
I don't know about that.
Long, long. I mean, I'm not talking about.
I think where we're at, it was a swamp. But again, you know, there's a multitude. We really do need to look at the midterms. We really do need to make sure that people get out and vote even more than ever. And we want to make sure that these votes count. You know, it's something's got
Okay, I want
to.
to ask you, what happened to the flood money? What happened to West Suburban? Are they going to strain that out or not?
I don't know where West Suburban is right now. Um, I heard that there was supposed to be somebody taking it over, but they want one of the guys that was involved to do some consulting work with it. And
See,
that's
like,
yeah, but um,
see, that's all corruption. Then he got slapped on the wrist.
yeah,
That one guy could steal up to 150. He could go to jail. This guy steals millions of dollars and he got slapped on the wrist. Oh,
that's part of the problem in itself. But that West Suburban is a big compounded problem. You know, again, they're talking about federal funds not coming. Then we're talking about internal issues that they had, and people are ready to open it up and then get back to business there. It's not a bad hospital. If you really need emergencies and things. I think I went there for a couple of years ago. I went there for X-rays for an accident, but hey, you really you have to you got to prioritize things. And right now, I don't think the priorities are on the American people. It just doesn't seem like it.
No, it's not.
But anyway, who we got there? Who else? Tiny, what's going on real quick? Because I'm getting ready to break it down.
Well, hey, I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah. You heard about Venus had relatives in that crematorium?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, she called me last week. She said, "Steve, I went back and I looked at the show on the recording, and I noticed you guys were talking about the crematorium funeral home." She said, "I had two relatives that were in there. We going through it now, trying to resolve this." She said the person that running it, he came off so nice and demure, so to say, and he pulled the wool over everybody's eyes, and that's not a good thing, considering that we're dealing with the people that are deceased.
How come some are like that? Funeral
Hard.
homes, some funeral homes are like that, some are not.
No, they're not like that. It's just the criminals. The criminal ones are like that, and it's not. They're not many. It's just the few that have been like that, and that's why we end up with this situation. But nevertheless, what else going on with you? Anybody else? We talked about the Danny Davis parade. That went pretty well. All the elected officials were there. The mayor was there. John Ford, of course, Danny, Chantel, Lightfoot, Kimberly Lightfoot, Camille.
Oh, like what?
Yeah, Ford.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a nice turnout. Everybody seemed to be getting along, and Chinatown Connection came out, and they brought the dragons and the drums and the gongs, and they went the parade. Quite a few extra people ended up in the parade, And despite the rain, I still think there was still about the same amount of people, maybe just a little, but very couldn't tell. But
Yeah.
I mean, especially when the parade's coming right in front of your house, right? All you had to do is step out on the front porch. So wasn't like go far. So people came out.
Yeah, I came late.
You did.
And so as I was coming down Central, nobody was prepared for the parade. All the signs were on the side, and it seemed like they were gonna cancel the parade. But
Well, what
then
time?
after I got there, I probably about 9.
Oh no. I got
And then they started. Huh?
I got there at 9. They were just lining up, getting everything together. I think we started. It's probably
Yeah.
10:30. It was a little late. Supposed to start at 10, but I know we finished up before 1 o'clock. It was like 12:30 when we finished, when we ended. So 2 hours, two and a half hours.
Yeah.
But no,
But I was surprised. People came out.
Oh yeah, the rain didn't last long. It rained for about a good 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 at the most. And hey, Everybody got in line, and Mayor spoke, Danny spoke, Sean spoke, Chantel spoke, and then they pushed on,
Hmm.
pushed on.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, everybody was out there. You didn't make it to the Taste of Austin?
I did. I had to come back and do some stuff in my garage.
Oh, okay.
So
Do they have a
I
taste of
left when we got
Austin?
to my. Mm,
So you didn't see any of the parade?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
saw some of it, right.
I got you.
So,
Yeah, it was good. It was a nice day. It was a good day. Started off really gloomy and damp, and it warmed up. Everybody was out, and they had free food for everybody. There were quite a few different vendors or people giving away food. Quite a few of them, and they gave them laptops and some backpacks and things for the kids, and quite a lot of goodies they gave away. There was a lot of giveaways. Yeah. I'm trying to see who was there. I saw Venus. I saw Shirley. Bunch of people asked for Miss Jacobs, which is strange now because I'm 4 people walked up to me within 20 minutes. Steve, where's Miss Jacobs? I haven't seen Miss Jacobs. I'm like, she was on the show Sunday. She's okay, and then it was just strange. 4 different people said that to me in 4 different locations that walked up to me. I said, she doesn't really come to these events, but now she didn't come on tonight. I don't know. I had to call her, see what's going on. Other than that, that's it, y'all. Unless you got anything else in conclusion.
I mean, how's this weekend? With all the crime or nothing?
I don't know. I didn't hear much about a lot of crime. I did hear somebody got shot. A young man got shot on Lamont and Washington. So that's like almost. I didn't know Lamont went through to Washington. But
how old is the young man?
I don't know. They said a teenager.
Damn.
But I didn't hear about other incidents like that. They say crime is down.
Why would you say crime is down? There's still shootings.
I don't know. Based on the previous year numbers.
But isn't it too high? Because what about the others? I mean, they don't log in everything that happened. Because we don't got no shot spotters, so how would they know?
Yeah, but ShotSpotter didn't log anything either.
No?
No, that was the reason why they didn't want it. There was no data being collected, which didn't make sense.
It should have.
No, it didn't. No data. That was part of. You remember in the meeting we had with them?
Yeah.
That was one of the things that no data collection. I'm like, wow, that would be great. That would be something to state your case. But next weekend is got Arnold's big party. Arnold, you got 52 to 5500 block of Gladys block party, and everybody.
what day is that?
That's on 22nd, and then they have over in Gale Stock. That's a couple thousand people come out.
I might go there.
Yeah, right. And then they're doing something over in Columbus Park. I mean, not Columbus Park, La Follette Park. A lot of the old time people from the neighborhood, they're doing a big thing over there. So
yeah, I might have to be there at the stock.
Yeah, there's something else.
I mean, what I got a bullseye on my head. Huh?
Air and Water Show
That's right now.
today and yesterday, huh?
Today, yeah.
Okay. Didn't hear a lot about it. I thought it was this weekend.
I mean, tonight, what they should be on, like on TV,
Right.
you know. But every single year, they always get rain.
Yeah, they
Air
do.
and water.
It always clears up. It clears up, you know.
Yeah.
All right, then, y'all. I'm getting ready to check out. Grab me something to eat. It's kind of late, but grab me something.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Y'all.
All
God
right,
bless
y'all.
everybody.
Thank you. Good night to
Good
you
night,
all.
everyone.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Later.
Be
Bye.
safe.
Yes.
Always safe.
Safe.
Okay.
All right. Bye.